with every act of stupidity, people just get more and more dumber. Oh, man. Yeah, I haven't been doing a video lately, mainly because I'm just been fucking lazy. Where do I begin? You know, I mean, I'm getting close to probably, well, not really leaving this whole video game mess behind, but there are some pretty fucking stupid people in this arena. But mostly, they're just fucking stupid. But first of all, let's just get a little news out of the way. As you all know, and mainly due to the fact that I'm way behind on a lot of things anyways, Last of Us, I think, has been confirmed for the PS4 somewhat. It's still up in the air, but I think it's pretty much done deal, and it's not a surprise since Last of Us graphics were a little too high end for the PlayStation 3, so hearing that news didn't really shock me. But what did shock me, and what I thought would go the opposite direction but didn't, Titanfall failed. Well, it didn't exactly fail. It succeeded at first, but its sales were not ambiguous enough to save the Xbox One's dwindling sales. What happened was Infamous came out, and as soon as Infamous came out, Titanfall sales pretty much plummeted, and along with Xbox. They had to put their second price cut. The original price cut was that they were just going to give away a $60 game, and then they took $60 more off of it, and it's still not selling. That's not good. But then again, most of these idiot gamers are out there thinking that power and resolution is the way to go because they listen to morons like Black Bond who think that, you know, the only way to play a game is through resolution. You know, forget the whole gameplay and replayability. You gotta masturbate on how good it looks for your eyeballs. And that's the only way to play a fucking video game. Fuck you, Black Bond. Fuck you. Because, here's the thing. Titanfall looks like a good game. Graphic-wise, it is good. But what it failed on was to keep its audience, you know, intrigued into the game. I mean, yeah, no campaign, and it was all just multiplayer maps this, multiplayer map that. But it was just one big, long campaign thing, and of course, EA made the game where you was just required to be online, no matter what, or you just can't play the game. And of course, not forgetting it's going to Xbox 360, which, even though the Xbox 360's version's been deliberately delayed, it still hurts the Xbox One sales. So yeah, this is bad. Basically, Microsoft has no real exclusive until somewhere about next year. All they got is, Kinect Sports Rival. That's not exactly a huge selling title. And if they don't get a huge selling title for Xbox One only, it's just not going to work. I mean, yes, when Titanfall came out, sales went up about 97%, but like I said, when Infamous came out, Infamous jumped up to 109 or so, why Titanfall fell 97%. But no, you guys gotta jerk off that hard on for that fucking resolution. Look, Infamous is an okay game in my opinion. I mean, it's not a terrible game, it's not the greatest game in the world, it's alright. I mean, I like the open world aspect, except for the fact that I can't drive a car for some reason. Yeah, I know I can float and fly somewhat, but Come on, there's a bunch of cars there. But nope, we're not going to experience the GTA style of walking around in an open world and stealing cars until Watch Dogs comes out. I mean, right now the PS4's closest and Xbox One's closest rendition of a GTA like world where you could just walk around and steal cars and or fly airplanes is Lego. Lego superheroes, Lego Marvel superheroes, and that's pretty much the limitations in that. So yeah, a lot of things happen, and I wasn't expecting Infamous to beat Titanfall so badly, especially that fast. In fact, nobody even remembers Titanfall anymore. Not one person. It's just, you don't even hear it being mentioned much anymore since Infamous came out. It's almost kind of sad. And then you got Zephyrnix. I really didn't want to do this. Zephyrnix, he, as you know, recently posted up a video that's got everybody talking and putting up ponage of videos of their own. It came possibly from another YouTuber. Most likely it did. Most likely I don't care. But anyways, this person, who probably has his own YouTube video, was just saying, well, there is DRM on PS4. And it's got that wonderful genius Next Gen 720, who, in my honest opinion, is a complete idiot. That guy's a moron. But anyways, and by the way, both Black Bond and Next Gen 720 hate each other. But anyways, in Zephyrnix, I guess, video that he borrowed from somebody else, Zephyrnix, you get up there and you say you're fine with PS4, but then in every one of your videos you just bring up these fabulous, kind of easy to own, like, ponages of the Sony ponies or whatever you call them. And this latest video is just insanely easy to show that it's a deceptive video is what it is. It's just insanely deceptive. Let me put it to you in a way you can understand. What the guy did in the video was, and you need two PS4s to do this, you put your account on both of them. But what you do is that you set one, and you don't have to really set either as this, but you set one as your primary PS4, but you can turn this off, make both of them non-priority or whatever, and the application would work under both of them. But when you make it primary, then everything you've downloaded off the internet and all this other shit, when you copy that hard drive into a non-primary PS4, it tends to just lock everything up. And what's funny is that this is also an option that's in Xbox 360 and on Xbox One. And it's just basically a basic setup, just saying you want to set this up as your primary gaming device, or your primary Xbox, or your primary PlayStation for, PSN or Xbox Live. Nintendo, as we know, just likes to hardwire it all into the goddamn hardware. Of course, Nintendo wasn't really the best definition to put up there, since their account sorting was pretty bad on the Wii, even though the Wii sold out like candy. Of course, it is a lot more better under Wii U, except if you go under the Wii emulator, you're still in, completely fucked land. Of course, the worst area this data management and account sort of sorting is iOS. Basically, it's a trick you can do. You know, sign out of whatever account you're in, have your friend sign in under his account, and under his account he can go under any application that his friend, basically download it under his account, and then download that application, and then re-sign back in his account, and now he owns his friend's program. It's a trick you can do in iOS, and it works. And it's shit like that is why both Microsoft and Sony went with what they did. It's to prevent that kind of bullshit. Of course, though, without thinking clearly, like, at all, good old Next Gen 720 ended up posting idiotic videos up without even thinking that one through. Truth be told, was right. A lot of people are just making up shit and just saying ever what they want, and not really thinking through on what the hell's really going behind the scenes. They're just basically just screaming and yelling. And look, Xbox One is a disaster. It's a fucking train wreck. And it's got a lower shader shelling than the PS4, which basically means that Xbox One is never going to reach PS4's power. Even if other developers say, oh, but they're about even. No, they're not. The shader shells right there pretty much said that it's impossible. And not forgetting that the reason why Microsoft is using using a somewhat more powerful CPU is because of the second operating system and the third operating system. And they're also a goddamn RAM hog, which is causing immense slowdowns for that fast switching, that you guys tout that's so great in Xbox One. Yeah, that fast switching and only 5 gigabytes of 3DDR memory, that's not good. No, wait, yeah, the 8 gigs of memory. And it's just DDR3 RAM. That's all it is. Sorry about what I just said before. But anyways, it's a mess. It's going through immense slowdown. It's over-resourcing its forks way too goddamn much, causing immense slowdown. And the resourcing forks are going screaming out of their fucking heads because of the 3 operating systems. And the reason why they have that 3 operating systems is so they can have that fast switching between applications. Yeah, it's nice, but it slows your system down, and why you have fucking immensely slow installs. And of course, Microsoft tried to go around this with ESRAM, which, by the way, nobody used ESRAM before Microsoft's Xbox One, I believe, or at least not very many people did. Which basically means it's really more of an experimental, brand new thing. It's suffering the same thing the Cell processor suffered, but Cell was a completely brand new architecture nobody could understood. But this ESRAM, because here's the thing, Xbox 360 used EDRAM, which is the same thing that the Wii U is using. Essentially, the Wii U is just a more powerful Xbox 360. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me remember the idiot guys that you morons are saying. The Wii U is last gen. I know this because I'm a last gen person. Because generations of people when they are born no longer matter, or technology. Like when they say that you are a representative of a generation you are born into, which is also fits for when certain bits of technology are created. But that no longer exists. So if you're of Generation Y and you believe that nonsense of last gen, well, guess what? You no longer are Generation Y anymore. Because you're a moron. Can't go around believing you're a part of a generation when you don't when you believe that Nintendo Wii U is last gen just because of its technology and not for when it, you know, the period it came out in. But yeah, PS4 won. And it didn't win because of just graphics. It won because it's cheaper. And it's just all around more better. And has a much more better experience. It doesn't force a fucking camera and microphone down your throat. I mean, that PlayStation camera, yeah, I personally think that thing is a hunk of piece of shit. But here's the thing. It's an option to have that added onto your PlayStation. You don't have to have it on your PlayStation. You can buy it later if you want, which still makes you save more money. But all in all together, PlayStation is just a better deal. And you know what? Yeah, it's got better graphics than the Xbox One. But it's still a better deal. And yeah, so is Wii U. They're both good systems that are pretty much at a good deal and a good price. That's all I have to say. See ya.